You're watching livingpianos.com. I'm Robert Estrin with the power of the perfect authentic cadence. Have you ever heard of that before? Well, I'm going to show you way more than that today, and what you're going to learn here today is going to help you with your sight reading, it's going to help you with your memorization of music, and it will help you with your improvisation. It's that basic and important. It's unbelievable, and I'm surprised I have not done this video before because it's so important. So, what is a perfect authentic cadence? Well, in its simplest form, it's something like this. So, it's just basically a 5-to-1 with some passing tones. What I'm going to show you today is even more valuable. It's essentially how to establish a key with your primary chords. What are primary chords? Primary chords are your major chords. If you go up your scale and play chords in all the scale degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have major chords on 1, 4, and 5. The other chords are your secondary chords, your 2 chord, your 3 chord, your 6 chord are minor. And your 7th chord is the 1 diminished 7th chord, the outlier. So, the 1, 4, 5, and in this case 5, 7, add the 7th for the dominant 7th, the most powerful chord there is, because it establishes the key right there with 1 chord. So, here's a great voicing for your basic 4-part, perfect voicing, resolutions, note leadings, distance between, all the classic harmony rules. And why are these rules there? Because they sound good. That's why Bach wrote this way, and Beethoven and Mozart and Schumann and Schubert and all the great composers basically write this way. And we, as musicians, we analyze all this great music and realize the truths behind it, the gems of truth that date back to the Bach chorales. So here's the basic chord progression: 1, 4, 1, 6, 4, which is a 1 chord with G on the bottom, the 5th on the bottom, in this case G, because I'm going to do it in C major. 5, 7, 1. Once again, 1, and look at this nice voice leading, and the space between the bass and the tenor, because it sounds better than... It doesn't sound very good that way, does it? The 4 chord, the 1, 6, 4, that's a C major chord with G on the bottom. And 5, 7. Now you notice this 5, 7, it's got the root, it's got the 7th, it's got the 3rd, but there's no 5th. Why would that be? Because to get better resolution, doubling the root and leaving out the 5th can help to avoid the 4 going up to 5, because it really wants to go down to 3. Listen how nice it sounds. If you use the 5, had the 5th of the chord, the 2 goes up to 1, the F goes up to G, and it's just not good resolution. It doesn't sound as good. Now, why is this chord progression so basic and intrinsic to music? To knowing all your primary chords and how to establish a key is enlightening in your music, because it automatically makes you understand the harmonic underpinnings of all the music you play, read, or for improvisation. So you can do this same chord progression in all keys. Now, you can also do it in the minor keys. Etc. Now, once you get comfortable with all your keys, you can start expanding your repertoire of chords. A substitution for a 4 chord is a 2 chord in the first inversion, a 2, 6. So instead of, you can go... Or you can spice it up even further with what's called a Neapolitan 6. What's that? A Neapolitan 6 is like the 2, 6, except it's a major triad built on the flatted 2nd degree of the scale. flatted second degree, major chord, the 6 inversion, put the D flat on top. It's almost like your 2/6 chord with these 2 notes flatted. So now you have this flavor. So once again, 1, 4, 2, 6, Neapolitan 6, 5, 7, 1. And you know, you can get to the point where you can modulate using a 5, 7 of another key. For example, if you use the D7, D is the 5, 7 of G. And instantly you can go to G major. Start in C major. Now the D7, the dominant 7th, the major triad with the minor 7th. And there we are in G major. And you want to go to F major? The C7 goes to the F major. What am I talking about? The dominant 7th, the 5, 7 is the secret to modulation. Anytime the key changes, it's pivotal. The 5, 7 chord is almost always responsible. Sometimes a diminished 7th can accomplish it too, but there's nothing that's stronger than a dominant 7th chord. What is a dominant 7th chord? It's a 7th chord built on the 5th scale degree. So if you're in C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, build a chord on the 5th scale degree. And what do you got? You got a major triad and a minor 7th. It's the only place this exists in a scale. You can play all your other 7th chords. Your 1, 7 is major, 2, 7 is minor, 3, 7 is minor, 4, 7 is major. The major minor 7, your dominant 7th chord. 6, 7 is minor, 7, 7, half diminished. Why half? Diminished triad, minor 7th. So that power of the dominant 7th can't be stressed enough. When you're playing a sonata movement, how does it modulate to the dominant in the exposition? I don't know how many of you know about this, but if any of you play sonatas, there's modulation there. There's modulation in so much of your music. What is modulation? Changing keys. You start with a piece and has no sharps or flats, then suddenly you got F sharps all over the place. You're in G major. What gets you there? The D dominant 7th, which is the dominant of G. So try to play this chord progression in all keys. I promise you, you'll get tremendous benefits in your playing. You'll understand your music on a deeper level. You'll be able to learn music more quickly, read music more effectively, and improvise music. Try it out for yourself and let me know how it works here at livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. We'll see you next time.